June 21st marks the World Yoga Day. The practice of yoga has become greatly popular across the world. It has brought the ancient wisdom of India to the world for the physical, mental, and spiritual well being of the humanity. Bangladesh is no exception. In Bangladesh also, the practice of yoga is extremely popular. Large number of people, young and old, cutting across the barriers of age, region, and religion, practice yoga in the country. Pankaj Sutradhar is among the young yoga gurus of Bangladesh. He conducts several yoga programs in the country. He is doing a program named Nirog Deho Sukhi Swadesh, spreading the practice of yoga in everyday life for holistic health and well-being. He is also the founder of Yoga First, which conducts yoga and wellness sessions for people of Bangladesh and abroad. He is involved with the Art of Living Foundation in Bangladesh. He had served the World Scouts movement as a youth leader of the Asia Pacific region. He spoke to Prasar Bharati. Thank you, Pankaj, for speaking to Doordarshan and All India Radio for Prasar Bharati. Thank you. Let us begin by asking you about your thoughts about yoga on the World Yoga Day.
Thank you, Rajesh Jhaji. First, I'd like to show my gratitude to Prasar Bharati for organizing such an event on the auspicious occasion of International Day of Yoga, and especially the special correspondent of Dhaka. I'm really grateful to you for inviting me for this program. So as we see, yoga has become a global tool for bringing harmony and peace. The world is every day, we can see it's getting restless, stress is increasing, and tension is increasing. Among the society, a lot of tension. And to overcome this tension, to overcome of our everyday stress and chronic ailment, disease, the way it's spreading, yoga is such an amazing ancient tool to overcome and to lead a balanced life, our holistic health and well-being, to ensure that yoga is undoubtedly the solution these days. And that's why people from across the globe are, one kind of say, crazy about yoga these days. And we, the people from Bangladesh, are also not away from this. We're also getting the benefit of yoga and spreading the message of peace and harmony.
That is what I wanted to ask you about the practice of yoga in Bangladesh. You have been involved with yoga in the country. So tell me something about how the young people and the relatively elderly people look at yoga, how popular it is in Bangladesh, and what has been your experience of working in this field?
Yes, as you see, in the modern world, especially in the urban lifestyle, you normally go to bed late, get up late, and rush for office. When you go to office, like we sit on the chair for a long time. So the research says more than 95% of the present youth are suffering from back pain to some extent, lower extent to severe. So each of them, like when they even go to doctor also suggests you need to do exercises. And which form of exercises should they take? They start gymming, they start different types of exercises. But what yoga offers to them is the holistic development of their health, including their body and mind. So when your body and mind is working together, the things you want to do, you can do it properly. So this message has been accepted really, warmly among the youth, and youth are fascinated, and youth are coming to the yogic lifestyle every day. And in this pandemic situation, the demand for yoga, the demand for the ancient way that we used to live, our ancestors used to live, people started to explore them, and started to know the science behind them and accepting them in their personal life. So in this digital world, the ancient way of living is again getting its relevancy every day. So yeah, you young people, not young people, people from all sects, I would say, from the kids to the elderly people, they're all coming to yoga because after 1 hour session, they feel so peace in their mind and the calmness in their mind and the blissness in the body. So they want to repeat the experience every day. So they're
Yes,
coming to
yes,
yoga.
Pankaj. I wanted to know about your experience of teaching yoga and spreading yoga in Bangladesh. How you started, how did you get attracted to yoga, and what has been your personal experience of
Yeah.
working with the people in Bangladesh? Some specific examples from Bangladesh.
So I started, actually, I learned about yoga when I was 17, when I was in my college, Notre Dame College, as a student of. So one of my teacher, he mentioned the term yoga and brahmacharya in the class. And then I heard what are those terms because, our parents or our social systems, our textbook doesn't say much things on our ancient way of living life. So then I happened to get two books of Rishi Swarapananda, uh, and those two books were based on basically yoga for self-development and the holistic to reach the conscious level ultimate. So I was really moved by the words, by the way he expressed about yoga, how to incorporate yoga in your life and to become the best version of yourself. So then I started my sadhana, like getting up at Brahma Muhurta and the rituals, drinking a glass of water, then doing yoga, then meditation, and start your day. So my day used to start in a great way since I started yoga. And in normal sense, we say miracles in our life. When you practice yoga, whatever what you want, the way you want, it happens that way. So it happened to me also. Uh, since I started yoga, my journey never stopped. So I could, before the exam, the students used to become really restless, and even in my university, a student used to mock me this way. Say, what's the problem with this guy? This guy. We're all reading, but this guy is meditating. Before exam, I used to just sit comfortably and meditate. And so it was happening that way, and my result was not that bad. I did well. I completed my college with a golden GPA 5, and uh, after that, my university, I secured first class in both of my honors and masters. So yoga was always with me. Also, during my university life, I was really greatly involved in volunteering activities for social change, community development, youth engagement. So I was a member of more than 10 organizations, volunteer organizations during my university, and especially then that time, as was mentioned, I was elected as a youth leader of Asia Pacific region in scouting, in the World Scout movement. So there was a great opportunity for me to interact with the youth of the world.
Yeah,
And
yes, I've been involved with a lot of voluntary activities in Bangladesh, including yoga. So how has been the response of students, young students from the university to the idea of yoga in Bangladesh?
yes. You'll be happy to know that even my university, Dhaka University, it has a physical training institute and they offer yoga classes. So number of students attending the yoga sessions every morning and evening batches. Also, there are many institutions Brack University, they're offering yoga classes, and many other institutions on their own way, spreading the yoga knowledge and conducting yoga classes. Students are getting attracted to yoga, undoubtedly, as they want peace in their mind. These days, people in the very early age, because of the smartphone and social media, they get the things whenever they want. At the same time, they become happy very quickly. They become disappointed, depressed very quickly. So this turmoil in their emotions, bringing depression in the society in a great deal this past years. So suicidal tendencies there. So even parents are aware of the fact that yoga helps the students to to increase the focus, at the same time, having a stress-free mind, body, healthy body. So all parents want their children to be happy, healthy, and prosperous. And yoga is a tool to achieve all the things. So
Yes.
parents are getting attracted to yoga.
Yes.
Students also.
Yes, great.
Really, it's
Yes, you have been involved with yoga as a guru, yoga, teaching yoga to so many people. Have you ever experienced any difficulty from a religious angle in Bangladesh insofar as the practice of yoga is concerned?
all right. So yoga is now endorsed by United Nations. So even Bangladesh also voted for that. So yoga has been celebrated in Bangladesh with the corporation, with the government. So our government is really supporting the movement, as Minister of Ayush initiated the yoga classes. High Commission of India organizing classes. All classes of people are joining yoga classes, and the number is increasing every day. But yeah, there are some taboos sometimes. It comes up that some preachers show it that it's not in our culture. So sometimes the issues raised, but I'd say there are more people who are for it rather than against it. So the benefit of yoga, when they get, even people are sometimes a little meh about it, a little not comfortable about it initially, but when they get the benefit of yoga in their personal life, they start to be the ambassador of yoga. I've seen many people like that when they have a little issues about some things, because
once you get the benefits of yoga, then you actually start loving it and you get into this.
Exactly.
Now in Bangladesh and all over the world, you see the corona pandemic that has hit the world hard. So mental health is a big issue during the time of the corona pandemic. What has been your experience of people, of teaching people, of working with them on yoga so far as this pandemic is concerned?
Yes, as the present world is facing a terrible situation called COVID-19, during this pandemic, in this perspective, I would refer to the concept of one yoga, which is Panchakosha, how the layers of our body, how our body gets affected by disease. It starts from Annamaya Kosha, from our gross body, to the Anandamaya Kosha, which is the subtle level of our existence. So from Annamaya, then Pranamaya, the energy flow in our body, then Manamaya, the emotional aspect of our body, then Vijnanmaya, which is the intellect aspect of our body, and then Anandamaya, the bliss. So how disease enters in our body, when the bliss is missing, when the happiness, the joy in our mind is missing, the disease or any kind of negative energy starts coming into our body, in our system. So it penetrates from Anandamaya Kosha. It affects our intellectual ability, which is Vijnanmaya Kosha. Then it affects our Manamaya Kosha, our emotional imbalance. It makes us emotionally imbalanced. Then it affects our Pranamaya Kosha, which is like we feel low in our energy. Our energy becomes low. And then finally, it hits our gross body, which is Annamaya Kosha. So when we see the effect in our gross body, in the terms of fever or our throat pain or any kind of thing, it happens in that level. When we become less confident, when we become weak in our mind, then our immune system starts decreasing, starts in favor of the virus, not in favor of our immunity strength. So to strengthen our immunity, European WHO is also suggesting that to strengthen our immunity, it's very important that we keep our mind strong, because a strong mind can transform a weak body. But a strong body can not actually transform a weak mind in matter of time. So a strong mind is very important to fight this pandemic at the first big level. And then when you initiate the everyday lifestyle with the proper practice, like taking warm water in the morning, and these are suggested by the doctors also, that these days Ayurveda is really doing great in terms of corona pandemic fight
Yes.
solution. So yes, yoga is definitely a very good tool to fight this pandemic, because it makes us mentally strong. And when you're mentally strong, we're ready to accept the lifestyle, which is very important to fight this pandemic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Pankaj, for giving a wide perspective, both of the technical aspects of yoga as well as your own practical experience of the yoga in Bangladesh. I hope you continue to spread the light of yoga in Bangladesh and all over the world. Thank you so much for talking to All India Radio and Doordarshan for Prasar Bharati. Thank you, Pankaj.
Thank you very much, Rajesh Jhaji and All India Radio and Doordarshan, for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you.